let me go out of this. Click this. Oh, oh. Let's see if I can name something. We can hear you. Was it starting tonight? Can you hear me, yeah? Put in chat if you can hear me. Let me go out of this. Yeah. They can hear me. Right, they can hear me. The only problem is the notification's not coming up for... We can hear you. Was it starting tonight? Can you hear me, yeah? Put in chat if you can hear me. Let me go out of this. Yeah. If you want, I will take it solo. I have no problem. Yeah, I can. Because if it's not working, mate, we may as well get something. Do you know what I mean? Better to get some, because. No problem, mate. No problem. I don't. The best thing is now just to get this race, and then we'll see what. Yeah, we'll see what we can do after. Just check it's. So. There we go. Yeah, everyone can see my screen. Everything's good. Right. Have fun, Easton, mate. Alright. But it's no problem to me, mate. Yeah, we'll have to check. No worries, mate. I will. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RSF1 Division 1. We are at the nice Netherlands track of Zandvoort. Obviously, you did miss qualifying due to a few technical difficulties, but, you know, we're back live, and that's what you like to see. So, we'll do you a quick rundown through the grid. So, Cooper Benz stuck it on pole with XXX Beast Pro in second, with RSF1 Eagle in third. So they're your podium provisional sitters right there, all on the softs. Then you've got RSF1 Sign sitting in fourth, with Quakeros fifth, Falcon sixth, and then you've got Peachy Pigs, the highest running Renault, obviously with RSF1 Shane in 14th, but Peachy Pig sitting in 7th there on the softs as well. Everyone on the softs going down to 12th, and then obviously you have Monster Skyline and SSR Gasly starting on the softs. So a few different strategies out there for you to especially keep an eye out for in the race, and we'll definitely do that with Camo sitting in 9th there, with RSF1 Mania in the last points position in 10th, with Eyes the Best in 11th, OG James 96 sitting in 12th, and then you have the different tyre strategy of Mega A Centurion. This is his first race in RSF1 this season, so definitely he'll try to have a good debut here today. Then you have RSF1 Shane on the mediums in 14th, with Quirky Turtle on the hard, so the first running hards, well, the highest running hards driver on the grid right now. Obviously he's chose the hards, going for the one run. Spooky, which used to be RSF1 Kachow, if I'm not wrong. If I am, correct me please. He's sitting in 16th. RSF1 Stretch on the mediums, he's sitting in 17th. Monster Skyline in 18th. LR Blazer Guns on the hards in 19th, and SSR Gasly joined late in qualifying, so that's why he's sitting on the last position. So we'll get ready for this Zandvoort Grand Prix in just a while everyone lines up on the grids, and then we'll get those nice 5 lights and away we go. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and away we go as Cooper Gens gets a great start, but so does Lucas Clark in the side by side. Lucas Clark he's going through now, but we're going 3 wide with the Mercedes. But will XXX Beast Pro get through? He's got the inside line for turn 2, and yes he does, and Cooper Gens exceeds the position, but further down people are getting 5-second penalties. I believe that's... what's happened there? We've got a yellow flag. Let me see if I can reset that and see if it'll show up on the top screen. There we go. We have got a safety car, as RSF1 Shane has been disqualified. That's a bit weird there. So we move up further the pack. Let's have a look. RSF1 Millsy, has he got wing damage? He does to his right end player. LR Blazer Guns. Have a look at the position changes for you. So it looks like a few people have dropped down a lot of positions, especially Millsy there. There's a load of people have dropped down places. I think that's due to the grid being messed up on the left. But apart from that, I think we've sorted ourselves out. But XXX Beast Pro having an unbelievable start to this Grand Prix at the moment. But we have got an early safety car. Obviously, Shane getting disqualified. I think that was for driving backwards, which is so unfortunate for him. But looking down the grid, it looks like a few people have got damage. Blazer Guns does Monster Skyline have damage? That's not a great camera angle, is it? Loads of people. SSR Gasly's got wing damage. Monster Skyline doesn't have wing damage, so we'll see who pulls into the pits. Obviously we're with wing damage, but let's have a look at the penalties. A few penalties were given out. Spooky's got a 10-second time penalty. As the best has got a 5-second. Stretcher's got a 5-second. So has SSR Gasly and Monster Skyline. Wow. So a few penalties have been thrown out there. So looking at the pits, we've got Monster Skyline, Blazer, Gasly, as the best, OG James and Stretch and Millsy also in the pits there. So they're making their stops, maybe with wing damage, or just want to get that those softs off and get on a new tyre. We don't know. But again, Falcon had a great start as well. He's come up a few positions, puts himself... oh, apparently it puts himself third. Well, on my screen, apparently Millsy's first, but Cooper Benz just had a poor start. And unfortunately for him, XXX Beast Pro capitalised on that, and you know, he'll definitely have that confidence. XXX Beast Pro, he's done a lot of practice, he's been telling me, so obviously Sainz up to third there, so he's had a pretty good start. Eagle as well, Falcon, Quaker Oats. I believe Peachy Pig has dropped down one position, so he'll definitely want to maybe just stick with the pack and see where it spits him out after the pit stops. But after that eventful start there with a lap 1 safety car, we never know what's going to happen now. Obviously put in the chat who you think will come out on top of this Zandvoort Grand Prix. We're just gonna stick with the safety car. Hopefully it should be in this lap, and we'll get back underway. So a few pit stops, a few wing damages, but obviously we've had that DSQ for Shane, which he will not be happy about. But apart from that, we're still racing and we're still going. So it looks like the safety car will be in the slap as XXX Beast Pro is starting to just slow down the pack in this third sector now. Round the Audi S. Warming up those soft tyres. And when will he go? Is he going to take them all the way to the line? His car's bouncing, look at that. And then away he goes as XX Beast Pro catches Cooper Bins well off guard there. And he's got an absolute brilliant start as Falcon's nearly on the back of Eagle. But look at Quaker Oats, he's going to jump down the side there. What a move from Quaker Oats. That is on the first lap. Peachy Pig's going to try squeeze through on the inside. And that just didn't work out for him there. He's going to get just past Camo there. But further down the order we go as it looks like Spooky just getting through there, but look at this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! OG James and LR Blazer Guns going side by side through here. OG James nearly going for the move on as the best, but it doesn't seem to happen for him. SSR Gasly going on the inside here of Monster Skyline, and it's a great move. Yeah, very nice move there from as the best is going round the outside, but it looks like OG James may just be able to hold this. But look at this frontline speed from as the best there. That is well quick. So as we go further up the order, Quaker Oats is very much on the back of RSF1 Eagle. He's having a great restart, is Quaker Oats, but XXX Beast Pro already a second out. As here goes Quaker Oats. He's going to try dive down the inside. He has a walk, but oh, Eagle, he nearly spins. But he just keeps it there, and it brings Falcon onto the back of him a bit more. Going around this nice long left-hand, a lot of people can lose it out of here. But, you know, it's very nice corner, you've got to admit. Now a Spooky, just having, just looking at the back of Quirky Turtle for the moment. Obviously Quirky Turtle on the hard, so it's only a matter of time you feel that Spooky will get through on Quirky Turtle. On those fresher tyres. OG James on the soft, so he'll definitely be coming up the order as well. SSR Gasly as he tries to go with LR Blazer Guns there. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen for him. But LR Blazer Guns gets a bit caught on the curb, and that's going to put him into a wall. And that is the curb of death. And you can see why. It sent him, and he's actually got no wing damage from that. So I'll definitely be happy with that. RSF1 Maniac now. Will he get a nice run on Camo out of here? He does. He's going to use the overtake. Will he go for the move into the first corner? He is. Oh, does he think to... That's bad comms from me, ladies and gentlemen. That was Maniac as well. My bad, lads. Here comes OG James. Oh, they touch round there, but it's... Oh, and there goes Spook. There goes SSR Gasly. Nearly. And OG James just taps the back, and that's his wing. Oh, wow. He's into the barrier there as he taps wheels with the Red Bull. And he's going to have to let everyone by there. So unfortunate for OG James there as it got a little bit heated. And yeah, his wings come well off. But XXX Beast Pro is flying at the moment, pulling out a 1.2 second lead there. And nearly these top three, they're nearly out of DRS range. His Eagle nearly fell off the back there, but he's just kept with him in the final sector. As Mega Ray Centurion into the final of LR Blazer Guns has retired there. Oh, he's retired on the curb of death as well. And do we have a safety car? No, we have a virtual. We have a virtual safety car as RSF1 Maniacs dives into the pits. Is there a new wing? There is not. He's just going to dive for those hards early on. Going to get a free pit stop out of this. Oh, my control batteries are nearly dead. There we go. We've fixed that. We've got new controller batteries on. Sorry for the little bad screen, but as we have RSF1 sights now really on the back of Cooper Benz, will he think about it into the Audi S? He's not going to think about it. He's just going to stay in tight, keep with the top three, and just sit in tight. As RSF1 Falcons fell out of the DRS zone of Quaker, that's going to put him under big pressure from Peachy Pig now, who's got 52% ERS, where he's got pretty much the same as each other, but he's under big pressure now. As Monster Skyline pits, he doesn't have wing damage. He's going to go for an early hard strat. Oh no, he's serving a drive-through. As the game just doesn't want to tell me that. And oh, Beast Pro's got one. The game just doesn't want to tell me when people have got these things. So I'll just have to keep on and pausing. So that's why I will keep doing that. As Science is really on the back of Cooper Benz as well. As Eagle had a little look there, but decided out of it. There goes RSF1 Science. He's got all the ERS. He doesn't have to make this move now, as he's going to be promoted into second due to Beast Pro having that drive-through penalty, which is really going to hurt his race. Like, it will ruin it. It'll ruin it in that sense, actually. As Cooper Benz is out. Oh, it was nearly out then. If Beast Pro could have pulled out that second, it could have really helped him out, but unfortunately he grabbed on. As Camo's also dropped out of the DRS zone. A Peachy Pig almost, and he needs to get back into it because Mega Race Centurion on those different tyres is going to have the traction, as Spooky's going to go round the outside of turn 1 with Quirky Turtle. It's just not going to happen for him there, as he may have a look onto this little mini straight. Oh, he taps the curb. Not the best exit for Spooky there. And further upgrade, this looks like the closest battle that we have right now of these, well, of the top 5 really. Just hanging in tight in that DRS zone, save the DRS, save the tyres, get to the point where they want to make the transfer over to the hards, I think it is. So we'll definitely be looking at that, but that drive-through, he had such a good chance of winning this race, did Beast Pro. Unfortunate that drive-through is really going to hinder him. Quaker Oats now has a great run as Eagles all over the place there, but it doesn't look like any of them are going to try and take the move on just yet, as there goes XXX Beast Pro into the pits. He's not going to be able to pit. Yeah, it's really dampened his race. He needs a safety car. SSR Gasly now, was Beast Pro is going to come out just in front of Spooky there. So, oh, Maniac's gone in the pit lane. Okay, I think he may have had a drive-through that we didn't know about. Something like that, I'm not sure, because I have to keep on pausing it and doing that for it to tell us what's happening. So SSR Gasly just sitting in this train from, I believe it's Quirky Turtle that the train is forming behind. Here is XXX Beast Pro. He's not going to have a look into it. Maybe line him up for the straight, or maybe I don't think he could pit at this time. It's going to be very hard to take the hards. 26 laps here, maybe it's possible. Is he going to go round the inside here? Look at this for a move. Oh, as he taps the wall, does Quirky Turtle. They're going side by side. Oh, look at that for a move. That is, mate, if he doesn't get anything out of this race, at least he can take that overtake. That was absolutely beautiful. How are you doing, Hippo, mate? I'm doing very well, pal. How are you? There's RSF1 Science. Got very close to the back of Cooper Benz there, but obviously just want to stick in that DRS train, like I said, and just manage the tyres, really. Just manage the tyres. Camo 432 on the, well, who's that? That is the car of Monster Skyline. He's gone off, just coming out of the, well, he may have just clipped the curb there on the right, and you know it does send you that curb, so you do have to be careful as Falcon comes into the pits on lap 11 on those softs, and he's going to be putting on the hard compound tyre now. Will we see XXX Beast Pro drag it out and maybe try to get something more out of the race, or just go in early, try to get an undercut, make up the time that you lost with the drive-through. Spooky now, he's very, very close to Quirky Turtle. He's gonna try use the overtake, but I don't think he'll have the pace down here to make the move, and it doesn't look like he's gonna. Oh, maybe his Quirky Turtle ran a bit wide there. Will he go for the move into this corner? Drive down the inside, he will. As they come out of the corner now, we'll see it as the Red Bull's looking very, very tasty behind him. He's going to go try around the outside with the extra traction that he's got on those mediums. And he doesn't seem to have the DRS on the Quirky Turtle, obviously. As the Red Bull dives down the inside of Eyes the Best. He's going to try go around the outside with the traction. Will he be able to make this move? And he does. What a move there from Eyes the Best. That is full send from him. As Beast Pro is going to try hold out. He's going to try overcut as everyone's into the pits in the top 5. Mega Ray Centurion obviously stays out on a different strategy. And he's now got a gap. Can he build on that gap? Maybe even get something out of this race for himself. But Quirky Turtle is he's holding on those hards. He's doing a good job, to be fair to him. Against these other drivers with the better traction, with the softer compounds, obviously. His RSF1 Science he's very close. Obviously, just going to try force him into a mistake, and maybe just pick up that P1 spot. But with the traffic that they're coming up to now, he would prefer to be in front, obviously, because he may lose time not being able to get past someone as quick as Cooper Benz does, and it could really hinder him, this traffic. But Beast Bro is not. Will Beast Bro come in now? He's tried it. He's not going to go in. He's going to hold out his Beast Pro. He wants the fresher tyres. As we see, I believe that was, yes it was SSR Gasly pit. Everyone's just going to try sticking that DRS train from Quirky Turtle and just manage the tyres, like I've said. Obviously, Peachy Pig. Maybe try and close down the gap between him and Quaker Oats, bring him and Falcon back into this. And then obviously you have Camo. He's only 5/10 out of Stretch, so if he can catch Stretch, and then that'll help him definitely catch up with the DRS. Yeah, and pause. DRS is now enabled, like I said. Not like I thought, actually. But there goes Sainz round the inside, but he's not going to be able to make that move work for him yet. He uses the overtake. Will he line him up for the long straight now? Now that he's got him worried, he's in his head now. Will he be able to make this move on the straight, or will he just stay in that DRS? Obviously, Cooper Benz has got the advantage on the ERS, but here comes Sainz. He's used it round the long right-hander, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move, obviously, with Cooper Benz having the advantage of DRS as well. So, we'll have to see how this one unfolds in a few laps when the medium people start to pit, and obviously Beast Pro being on those worn softs, as Mega Ray Centurion's pulled out a brilliant gap of 8 seconds, nearly 10 seconds now to Eyes the Best on those mediums, so he's got a very, very decent chance here. Science is he's starting to get a bit impatient. His Science here. He's using a lot more ERS. And round here, ERS is not easy to come by. Obviously, once you lose it, it's really hard to gain it. Cooper bends now. He's maybe try and send one round the outside of Millsy. Maybe try and put a bit of breathing room between him and Science, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Science is nearly thinks about the move inside, but obviously just thinks better of it. Maybe not try and get wing damage, because Cooper Benz looked like he had the corner and there was no room there for him. Peachy Pig has now caught onto the back of Quaker Oats, but unfortunately that's dropped Falcon near on out of the DRS. Will he get back in it? He does get back in it, but then drops out. He's on that fringe point of being in it and being out of it at the moment. Oh, I like that. Look at that angle. That's nice. As you can see now, RSF1 Millsy, he's on those 13 lap old mediums. I think he pit under the first safety car, so he does have a bit of a tyre advantage over the lads on the older set of mediums, but it looks like, oh my god, he smashed into the side of Cooper Benz, and that's going to give RSF1 Science net lead. Wow. And he's dropping and dropping. He's got no front wing at all. And that was insane. As he taps the back of Peachy Pig there, just trying to get it around the corner, and he can't. It looks like we have got another safety car. That was absolutely insane. I don't know how to describe that. Millsy just lost the back end coming out of the long right hander. It is easy to do, lose it out of there, and he smashes straight into Cooper Benz. Obviously not his fault, Millsy. It's just how the corner spat him out, and that's so unfortunate for Cooper. But Beast Bro has pit, and this is absolutely perfect for him. This is going to bring him right into it, because he's pit just before the safety car come out, and it's worked a treat for him. It's absolutely worked a treat for him. With Mega Ray Centurion's in, it's also worked very well for him, as everyone looks like they're going to dive into the pits. 4 new tyres, and he's going to come out first. He's going to come out first on the fresh tyres. And what a race strategy he's had. Obviously getting into first under the pit stops, and this safety car has put him into first, and that's put Science second, Peachy Pig's now third, Falcon, and it's promoted Camo into 5th, and it's promoted Beast Pro into 6th. He got a drive through very early on and was able to get back into 6th. It just shows that retiring when something gets you down like that is not the best move, because look at where it's put him. He's put him 6th, and he'll definitely be over the moon after the start he's had. Let's have a look at the penalty situation. Quirky Turtle's got 8 seconds of penalties. Obviously Spooker was handed a 10-second penalty, so he's served 5 in the pit lane, and now he's got a 3-second penalty to go with that. But the stops, everyone has made their stop, I believe, so everyone should be able to go to the end now on the tyres that they have equipped. So obviously let's have a look at the position changes here. Mega Race Centurion, what a race he's having. He's had 12 positions made up. Science obviously coming down from 4th. He's had a great race. Obviously he was handed that 2nd place obviously from the spin and the crash with Cooper Benz and Millsy, but yeah, you have to be there to pick up the places, and he was. Peachy Pig also having a great race. He's in 3rd now. Obviously Falcon and Camo came from, he was down the grid before the safety car. Look at him now. He's now in 5th. Beast Pro obviously had an awful start, but he's made his way back up, and he'll definitely be over the moon with that. Mills, he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit line. That is not what he wanted at all. But Quirky Turtle made up 8 positions. Isabessa's made up 3. Eagles dropped 6 positions. Not good for him at all. SSR Gasly starting at the back of the grid. He's now in 10th, so he's also having a great race. Spooky has made up 5 positions, but he's got those penalties, which is so unfortunate for him. Quaker Oats has had a pretty poor midway point of this race. Cooper Benz obviously had that so unfortunate crash with Millsy, which was by far the highlight of my day, because that was insane. But Stretch has made up 3 positions from having a poor qualifying, so he'll definitely not be too unhappy with that. Millsy obviously getting that wing damage, so it's very much hampered his chances in this race. OG James has made up, well, has lost 4 positions, and Monster Skylines has made up 1 position after having a pretty awful spin at the start. Will he be able to catch the pack before the safety car goes in? I believe the safety car isn't going in this lap, so he will be able to catch up and maybe do something with this race now. Go pedal to the metal. You know what I mean? Give it all. Give it your all. And that's all you can do. So we're going to stay out for 1 more lap with the safety car, and then I do believe we will be in. So our second safety car now for everyone. And can't wait to see the end of this race. Obviously, we've got 16 laps remaining of this race. Everyone's on the tyres that they want to be on. Spooky's on the softs, so a very big push to get them to the end for Spooky, I would say. So definitely going to be weird where that spits him out with the soft strategy, but he'll definitely make up a few positions on the restart. But I don't know how many he'll end up with after his tyres start to go off at the end. But Mega Race Centurion on the fresher hards than everyone behind him. He's looking very, very good. Very, very good at the moment. On pause, see if anything's been... No, looks like everything has stayed the same. No one's picked up any more penalties. It looks like we will get underway racing when the safety car announced that it's coming in. So here we go, round the Audi S's. Mega Race Centurion has had an awesome race. He's now in first, so he'll definitely be looking to have a great restart, catch Science off guard, and maybe pull out that DRS. And he nearly looked to go then, but didn't. Will he go now? He does go now, and he gets a very, very good restart. Catches Science well off guard there, but Peachy Pig is right up the back end. I hope he slowed everyone down. Whoa, that was very, very weird there. It's actually promoted it's promoted Falcon on the inside of Peachy Pig. That was so weird. Mega Race Insurance obviously doesn't have to go until the line, but that was very, very weird. As Beast Pro is going to go on the inside of Camo as well. So Beast Pro is looking so fast on those mediums, as you can see, as he goes round the inside of Falcon on the long left. He was like practically pushing him through there. And on those mediums, he is flying at the moment with that very, very weird restart, as Eagle now is straight on the back of As the Best. Spooky on those softs. We'll definitely have a look where he comes out, being on those very, very softer compounds than everyone else, as it looks like as the and Eagle and As the Best make contact into there, and that's not good for Eagle at all. But he is on the medium, so he does have the pace advantage, so he may be able to come back into this. But Mega Centurion nearly out of the DRS there. Cooper Benz is nearly on the back of SSR Gasly, going around the long right. But we'll go back to Beast Pro, as it looks like he's going to mount the attack on Peachy Pig into it. He's not going to send it. He's going to think better of it. He's near on pushing people through these corners. These hards are getting so... It's taking so long to heat up. But I's the best now, side by side with Spooky. But Spooky gets through, and he's definitely making up the positions now, is Spooky, with those softs. As SSR Gasly does lose it a bit out of there under attack from Cooper Benz. And this is a battle that may end up for the straight on DRS. But Peachy Pig has dropped out of the DRS of Sainz, and that's going to put him under massive pressure from Beast Pro now. Beast Pro seems to be a bit jumpy on my screen, but I think that's... he's a bit jumpy, but we'll take our way around. We'll take our eye away from that. So, will Lucas Quark or XXX Beast Pro mount the attack now? He's got 70% ERS. He does. He's gonna mount it now as he's using the ERS. He's gonna have the run on the softer compound, and it looks like he's just gonna breeze through there into a podium position. XXX Beast Pro, what a drive from you! As Quirky Turtle and Camo make contact, and Camo's round, and that causes a lot of uncertainty as it drops back the pack near on 2.7 seconds from everyone else. Oh, as I's the Best has gone off. He's got wing damage, and oh my god! He got smashed into the wall behind him. He's got no wing. I don't know how he's not retired. I do not know how he's not retired, and we have a VSC. Everyone calm down. Take this VSC to breathe. I'm definitely going to take it to breathe as well. Jesus. This has been so eventful. From start to finish, this will be eventful, I can most definitely tell. But XXX Beast Pro, I just wanted to point out that he's having an unbelievable race. You know, I can't say it enough, really. Always having that drive through. But Camo had such an unfortunate. He was looking so good as well. But obviously he made contact. And it spun him round, so, you know. You win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, Camo seems to have lost one today. I believe we are going to get back underway here. Will anyone pick any drive-throughs up as we... And yes, we have Monster Skyline has picked up a 5-second penalty to serve with a collision. But what is happening down the back of the pack? OG James has been overtaken by Monster Skyline. Monster Skyline's coming back into this race now, after having that early spin. Cooper Ben's pit, so was I's the Best, and so was Eagle. I think all with wing damage, I believe. Let's have a look at the battle with OG James and Monster Skyline. This seems to be the closest one on track. Is that Monster Skyline may just call upon his teammate here, RSF1 Millsy, just to drag him along while he's so close to OG James. Exactly what Monster Skyline needs. He needs that DRS. Oh, he's got the curve a bit there. It's not spat him out, so he looks to be okay. Spooky's all the way up into 6. We did say about him being on those softs, but getting to the end is a very much push. As RSF1 Falcon now may land an attack on Peachy Pig, obviously being out of that DRS of Lucas Quark or XXX Beast Pro. He could definitely make an attack here. Maybe try and get through on Peachy Pig before they both get overtaken by Spooky, who's on the fresher tyres. We go further down the grid to Camo, who's now on the back of OG James, and he's definitely got a bit of fire in his belly after being spun. Well, after making contact and then spinning. We get the nice helicopter view. This is most definitely my favourite camera angle that they give you. It's very nice. You've got to love it. As he's so close to the back of OG James here. Is he gonna make the attack now on the straight? Will he go for it? We'll see now, will he? He does activate that ERS. He's activating it. He is going to go for it here. Will he have the pace? It just doesn't look like he's good. And as OG James goes very, very defensive. Camo around the outside. OG James slams the door on him and says, no, 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 not today, my friend. RSF1 Science is very, very close to Mega Ray Centurion now. But XXX Beast Pro is flying. He's so close to the back of these as well. Will XXX Beast Pro get into first? That is the question. We're going to have a look, see if anyone's picked up any penalties. Doesn't look like they have. It's only Eyes the best getting the fastest lap of the race. But on those softer tyres, on the mediums, having that pace advantage over these two on the hards is very, very much key. But the only problem is, with the laps remaining, he's going to end up being on 18 lap old medium, so he could really do with getting in front of these drivers before that tyre wear starts to really kick in for Beast Pro. As Spooky now is very much onto the back of Falcon, but he's got no ERS, absolutely zilch. Neither really does Falcon, and well, Peachy Pig has got loads now to play with. Maybe even get out of that DRS and reduce the pressure on himself. As SR Gasly is closing onto the back of the Alpha Tauri now. He's obviously on the slower tyres, but there's nothing to say that you can't overtake them people. But the battle for first now is definitely going to get tasty with Beast Pro being the faster man, or the faster compound tyre. But will he get onto the back of Science, close enough on the back of Science to get in front of him? But with the DRS, it's so hard to get on the back of Science with him having the DRS on Centurion. We go down further the field. OG James and Monster Skyline, that's the wrong way, are still going side by side into the second final corner. As it looks like Camo's been pushed out wide again, and he's got end plate damage there as he's tapped the wall. As he was trying to look for the move on Monster Skyline, he just couldn't have it, and unfortunately that couldn't happen, as these two are still going side by side into the first corner. Oh, is he going to try go around the outside? Maybe. No, he thinks better of it, does Monster Skyline. But Cooper Benz now. Well, what's happening here is OG James. I thought it was Cooper Benz. It's not. It's actually OG James hitting the wall there. Lost the traction and unfortunately does pick up some damage there. SSR Gasly now very, very close to Quaker Oats, and will he be able to make this move now? With the DRS, with the ERS, will you have the pace? It just doesn't look like he's going to get there because of the traction that Quaker Oats gets with the mediums. It's just not close enough for him really. But these three are still sitting strong up top with a 4.7 gap to Peachy Pig. So even if one of them does pick up a penalty, they won't drop further out than a podium position. But RSF1 Science is really going to start to feel the tyre wear now, as Monster Skyline's retired in the pit lane, I do believe. So not too good for him, as OG James puts on the soft, so does Camo. And as we have XXX Beast Pro very, very close now. He's very, very close, closer than he's been. And so is Science doing Centurion, so they're just in a stalemate of who can grind the temps, who can really show a bit of pace now. Being with the dirty air, who can really get up there and show their pace. We'll see now as they come onto the straight, but it looks like Spooky's got a better run here on Falcon. Falcon's got the more ERS to play with, and he's got the DRS, but Spooky's tyres are really going to start to fall off. And Falcon's tyres are just going to become that little bit better than Spooky's tyres when decay starts to kick in as SSR Gasly's going to go down the inside of Quaker now into turn 1. And it looks like that move is near on done and dusted as Quaker Oats doesn't look like he's going to be able to go back at him into this corner. Unless he sends one down the inside, he doesn't. So it looks like that is SSRL Gasly through. But look at Quaker now. Will he mount the attack? He's so close to the back of him, or is he just going to think better of it? It looks like he's going to think better of it. And maybe line him up for the straight. As Mills is now very, very close to stretch as well. They're all this battle for 9th. Well, this battle for 8th is really, really starting to heat up now. We'll go back up further the field for these last 6 laps for the moment, as we have. We'll actually check now quickly, see if any of these have picked up a penalty while we've not been watching. They haven't when we've unpaused it and then paused it. But that is OG James retiring on track there. Maybe we can see with camera. We're not going to be able to see with him. The closest person we're going to be able to see is your leader, but his car may just be moved before we can get around there to see it with the VSC. You would expect it to be moved before we can get around there to see where he's crashed out. So this will give time for everyone just to regain that ERS, especially time for XXX Beast Pros. He was on nothing at the moment. Well, he was on nothing when these lads were going for it, and he's dropped a bit there. Well, so was Sainz. Sainz nearly was out of the DRS. It's 9 tenths now. Will he drop out? He's not going to drop out, I don't think. I think he's safe for now, but definitely needs to watch that time as RSF1 stretch is now closing onto the back of Quaker Oats. Quaker Oats just can't seem to get those mediums working for him. At the moment, he's been dropped, near on dropped by SSRL Gasly. Being on the faster tyres, you'd expect him to be, you expect to be vice versa. But it just isn't at the moment. XXX Beast Pro, he's so close to dropping out of the DRS there. He needs to find that extra gear and catch back up to these lads. So we have RSF1 Science now. He's got about 73% ERS. Mega Centurion's got about 30% less than him here. This is a very, very good position for Science now. He's got the ERS advantage, but he's not got the tyre advantage, and that's the only thing I feel that's really holding him back on making the move. So obviously DRS now, as Beast Pro is onto the back of Science, but you just can't seem to find it, can Beast Pro, on the mediums. It's a bit like Quaker Oats. He just can't seem to find that pace advantage that you'd think you'd have with the mediums. But maybe the mediums are starting to really, really kick in and hurt Beast Pro now. But he'll definitely be happy with a podium, you'd think. But that is Quirky Turtle's round, and that's his wing. Straight into the barrier, bang. That hurts. Most definitely, that does hurt. And that's him not very happy, but Beast Pro and Mega Race Centurion are really forward of it now. I cannot see what's happening here. They're so close to each other, about 2 tenths separates them from each other, and Camo has retired in the pit lane, so unlucky for Camo there. But obviously we move on to the next race, and that's always the mentality to go with. As now we have XXX Beast Pro and these 3 just battling on. But who will make the first mistake, as it looks like XXX Beast Pro using all of his ERS now to stay with Science, as those mediums are really starting to hurt. You can tell he's just not got the pace on those mediums to stay with him without burning all the ERS. It looks like Cooper Benz has made the move on Quirky Turtle. Obviously, Quirky Turtle having no wing on the right side there, which is so unfortunate for him. But that does, well, you think he's going to retire actually, which is so unfortunate for him. But these top three they just don't seem to be able to get past one another, and to me it looks like Mega Ray Centurion may just come out with this one. He's got the ERS to defend, and so does Science to attack. So it's a bit of, you know, who can do what, or who can get the better exit out of this corner. But Mega Ray Centurion again gets the better exit, and it just doesn't look like Science is going to be able to close that gap on Mega Ray Centurion at the moment. But what a debut this is, ladies and gentlemen, from Centurion. Your first race and you stick it on the podium, right? And you stick it on the win. I mean, that's some way. A Stretch now gets past Quaker Oats, as it looks like, as they're going side by side. Quaker Oats has got the inside line for the next corner, but the outside line's just got so much more traction for RSF1 Stretch, and that's in through into P8. So Stretch has made an awesome comeback from his obviously poor Q1, but he's had a great race today, you've got to say. As it's the battle for fourth between Falcon and Peachy Pig. This one's been stirring up a bit for a few laps now, but nothing's really happened. They've been locked in a stalemate with each other for quite a few laps now. Both on relatively the same tyre wear, you'd expect. So as we move on to the final lap now, Mega Ray Centurion leads from Science to Beast Pro for the podium positions. Mega Ray Centurion, all he's got to do is hold on this lap. Beast Pro's got no ERS to attack. Science surely is going to deploy everything in the DRS zone. Maybe on this straight he'll deploy a lot just to get straight onto the back of him. He is. As you can see now on board with Beast Pro. Beast Pro clips the curb there, but it's not going to matter as Science is so close. He's just within 2/10 of him here. He's so close. They've both got relatively the same ERS. Centurion gets the better exit out of here, but it's all about this exit. Can he get onto the back of him here? It just doesn't look like he's going to be able to, as Quaker Oats looks maybe like he's going to get past Stretch, but he doesn't. And Stretch holds on to that P8, but this is the final chance for Mega Ray Centurion. He's not going to be able to do it. For Science, Science is not going to be able to do it, and it looks like Mega Ray Centurion having an unbelievable race. He's picked up 12 positions, an unbelievable strategy, and it looks like he's going to come home with the win at the Zandvoort Grand Prix. Mega Ray Centurion for the win. Oh, look how tight that was. Science second, Beast Pro third, and Peachy Pig is going to come across the line fourth, with Falcon fifth, SSR Gazwev, an awesome race from back of the grid to sixth, but he's got the penalty, so where will that put him? A Stretch and Quaker Oats come across the line, so close between them. It's just not going to happen for Stretch, but Quaker Oats gets 8th, Millsy 9th, Spooky 10th, Cooper Benz having such an eventful race for him. He's had such an awful race, obviously putting it on pole and then obviously having that so unfortunate spell for him. So unlucky for him. But as the best in 12th, Eagle in 13th, and Quirky Turtle sticking it out, may as well, coming in 14th with the last position on track. Put in chat your driver of the day. For me personally, I think it's got to go to Mega Ray Centurion with the strategy, and then keeping his pace up on first place. So for me personally, it would go to Mega Ray Centurion. But put in chat who you think would get your driver of the day, especially. But what an eventful race that was. Beast Pro picking up a drive-through and then sticking it on the podium. So big props to him. As it looks like we are gonna get the rundown here. So Mega Ray Centurion, his first race in RSF1, sticks it on first, and well done to him. Science in second, Beast Pro in third. They're your podium positions. Peachy Pig in fourth, Falcon fifth, SSRL Gasly sixth, Stretch seventh, Quaker Oats eighth, Millsy ninth, Spooky 10th, Cooper Benz 11th, Eyes the Best 12th, 13th RSF1 Eagle, and Quirky Turtle 14th, and then the rest obviously DNF'd. So we're gonna get the lads in for the podium interviews. Or we can't actually get them in for the podium interviews because of the audio being glitched. So that's so unfortunate not to be able to get Mega Race Insurance and Beast Pro and Science all on their podium interviews. So we do apologise for that, but obviously there's nothing that we can do. That can change it, unfortunately. There's nothing that we can do. But I'll give you a quick rundown of how they did. So obviously, Beast Pro, he started on second, had such an unfortunate drive-through penalty under the VSC, and then obviously with the safety car, he pitted just a lap before the safety car, and then got up into P6, and then on the mediums found that extra gear, got into P3, and just sat behind the two lads on the hards and came home in P3. So massive congratulations to him. And then RSF1 Science, he stuck behind Cooper Benz for pretty much the entire race until that incident, and then obviously with the safety car that promoted him into second. But with Mega Race Centurion obviously on the strategy, he only came out second, and that's all he could really conjure up today, not being able to get past Mega Race Centurion. So he does come home in P2, and then obviously you have the man who came home in first, Mega Race Centurion, his debut. What a race for him, you've got to say. He started on the grid P13, and then with the one stop that he made, obviously starting on the mediums, the alternate strategy, and he brought it home in first, obviously pitting for the hards, coming out before everyone on track who was coming round, and because of the safety car Delta, he was able to get out first on track and brought it home with the race pace. A solid race from him, you've got to say, and was able to stick it home in first. So that's really the whole race for them three drivers. But I hope you have enjoyed watching this race. Obviously a few technical difficulties, but obviously will be fixed for Spain, I do believe, for Division 3. But we go to Division 5 tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for that, most definitely. That's going to be a great race between them drivers. But we move on to Spain for Division 3. So I hope you all have enjoyed the stream.